Hey YouTube, it's Mike here. Today I'm bringing you guys a video on my new squad and what I got out of my team of the seasons SBCs. So we're gonna go into the video straight off the bat and show you guys my last three SBCs for team of the seasons that you guys didn't see, so you guys can see exactly what I got and why I changed my team. And before we do get into my team and stuff like that, I will show you the gameplay of the finals in the knockout tournament, and then we'll talk a little bit about my team. So let's go ahead and start off actually the video with showing you guys what I got out of my last three team of the season SBCs, because I didn't show you guys what I got. So you guys could see that those are the three polls that I got out of my SBCs. Am I happy with my three polls? I would say that I'm happy with Fernandino. Fernandino. He's not in my starting lineup though, but I do like the fact that I pulled him because he is a massive pull. So I'm very happy with that. I can see that's the way my team looks like. Now, before we do talk about the team itself, as you can see. When I got Busquets, I wasn't going to use him, so I ended up like using him for the second SBC of La Liga, and I ended up getting Felipe Luis. That he is part of my starting 11, and we'll get into to the gameplay, show you guys basically how the team performs in the finals of the knockout tournament. So that's the team I'm going to be facing in the finals. I do have a better team than his, so I was happy to see that matchup. Of course, whenever you see that you have a better team of, you know, the one you're going to play against, you feel more comfortable. Look how fast Bell steals the ball from me here, and Ronaldo gives it to Kane, and Kane just low driven from outside the box. This is what clinical strikers make the difference for whenever you're for whenever you're playing the game, because guys like Kane and Ronaldo, I think Kane is actually more clinical than Ronaldo, to be honest with you. I think Ronaldo is because he scores a lot of goals because he gets a lot of chances, where Kane will get less chances from me, but when he does get his chances, he always seems to put it behind the net. Now this game starts off very, very quickly with me going up 1-0 with me using Bale over Callejon. Now, do I regret, putting Callejon in the SBC? I kind of do regret it because I actually did like him. I felt that he was actually a very good card. As you can see at the beginning of the video, I actually showed you his stats, what he did for me in like almost 70 games played for me. I feel like he's a really good player, but I felt that I didn't want to pay for a team of the season to try to do the La Liga SBC, because I felt like the La Liga SBC is probably one of the best SBCs you could do. So I had to do it, and at the end I didn't get what I wanted, but whatever. Like, we do get Felipe Luis at the end. As you can see here, I get my second goal with Kane. As you can see, Ronaldo gets the shot there and he doesn't score because the goalie saves it, but Kane seems to be at the right place again and ends up making it 2-0. So my opponent will come back in the matchup. So we're going to go ahead and right away we'll show you the comeback from my opponent, because as you can see, the game is 2-0 at the 11th minute. I'm actually surprised that my opponent didn't rage quit this time, because last time, remember, I scored in the first 3 minutes of gameplay and my opponent just rage quit, and this guy ended up sticking around and he ended up making a game out of this game. So let's go ahead and go show you some of the highlights of my my opponent's comeback. So the first goal that my opponent scores is coming up very soon. You'll see that a lot of people seem to be using these crosses. Unfortunately for him, my goalie ends up saving that one. And afterwards, I end up doing a mistake, but I feel like it's one of those mistakes when you're I don't know what it is. Every time your goalie wants to pass it to one of your defenders, they seem like so slow at reacting and getting the ball, and it creates these turnovers that people score these goals. It seems like often in games I get those type of goals against me. Anyways, so he makes it 2-1, and eventually my opponent will get his second chance coming up very, very soon. Again, over here I do get the ball off him, but the reaction of my player was completely slow there, and my opponent ends up getting a rebound goal. So it ends up becoming a 2-2 game. So it's a fair game. I mean, I got a rebound goal, you got a rebound goal. I just think that the first goal was a little bit lucky by his part, based on the fact I feel like the game kind of wants for you to create turnovers whenever you're passing that ball with your goalie. I don't know if you guys have the same issue, but I've been having this issue. It's been a couple of FIFAs now that I'm having this issue. Every time I seem to want to pass the ball with my goalie to one of my players, I feel like a lot of times there's turnovers, like unforced errors that happen in the game that I feel like I have no control of, and people say, oh, maybe it's you're not patient enough. I don't really think it's being patient or not. I think it's the game itself that tries to create these turnovers, because some of these turnovers, that when your goalie passes to one of your defenders or one of your strikers or whatever he passes the ball to, it seems to create turnovers a lot in this game, and I really don't enjoy that part of the game. As you can see, my opponent almost makes it 3-2 there. Unfortunately, he misses the net. So let's go and show you guys the ending of this game. So I'm gonna get a rebound goal over here. That's gonna happen very soon. Remember I was talking when I said it's very important to have clinical strikers like Kane and Ronaldo, and here you'll see why. So Ronaldo takes a shot, his player blocks it, then he gets the ball right back and shoots it, and he scores. So at the 82nd minute, Ronaldo comes up big and scores a goal and makes it 3-2. And right after him scoring this goal, a few minutes later, Ronaldo's going to get a second chance. And watch this goal, for example. This is why having these type of players make a huge difference into your gameplay. So Ronaldo opens himself up and gets another low driven into the net, and ends up making it 4-2 at the 86th minute, and it's game over. So these are type of players that will be game changers, that will make you win games when you need that extra goal. And this is why guys like Kane that are so clinical, and Ronaldo that I consider is very clinical also, but he does miss a lot also. As you can see, throughout this game, Kane actually ends up getting the man of the match, and Ronaldo ends up getting 9 shots, 7 on target, but he gets a lot of chances. But he does always score for me. You'll see his stats very, very soon, because I will talk a little bit about my team right now. So we'll get into my team. As you can see, there's not much else to say besides Kane and Ronaldo are clinical to the point where they'll get a lot of chances. They'll score a lot of goals for me. They'll do what they need to do as strikers. The rest of the team, as you can see, because of the SBCs, I ended up getting Felipe Luis. So I had to sell my son to be able to implement Felipe Luis as my left back. I also sold Gaia just to be able to use Felipe Luis. Now I did want to use him because I felt that it's one of those cards that, come on, I mean, a 92 rated card can't be as bad as people think. It's actually a pretty decent card. So I ended up getting Coutinho. that perfectly links up with him, and I ended up changing my Rio Costa for Sol because I felt like I needed somebody in the midfield that had some defensive minded gameplay where Costa is low defensively and doesn't really have any defensive stats. So I really needed somebody that could have made a difference there in the midfield. Callejon for Bale, I think Callejon was a little bit better based on the fact that he just felt more better on the ball. I feel like Bale sometimes he feels clumsy, or sometimes he feels kind of like, I don't know, he kind of stays back a little bit. It kind of gets me actually a little bit on my nerves. But then again, he does link up perfectly with Ronaldo, so he gives everybody on my team a perfect link, a 10 chemistry. Anyway, so that's my team that I'm using. Hopefully I could do good with this team in the weekend league. As you can see, I'm showing you guys my stats. As you can see, Ronaldo scored 76 goals in 72 games for me. There's no complaints there. Kane has scored 67, but as you can see, Kane has also 60 assists. He is, I really like him. I really like Kane. Of course, I love Ronaldo, but I really like Kane. I think Kane is way better than people think. I know a lot of people look at his pace. Oh, the guy's not fast enough for a striker. Trust me, guys, this guy's way better than his pace says. Eriksen, very happy with, and of course the other players like I just mentioned. You're not going to really see his stats because they only played 6 games for me, so I just basically used them on my team. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I haven't made many videos lately, but then again, I don't want to just make videos for make videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my team, and I wish you guys the best of luck in the weekend league coming up and the SBCs coming up. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.